A very good afternoon to one and all. Respected Principal Madam Professor Purnakala Samant, Chief Guest for this auspicious event, Chief NSS Program Officer, GVM College Farmagudi, Dr. Sulakshana Vernekar, NSS Program Officer, Government College Khandola, Mr. Novu Varak, my fellow NSS POs, and dearest students, NSS volunteers. I, Mrs. Vidisha Naik, welcome you all for this inaugural and orientation program of NSS unit of Government College, Khandola. Dear students, do you know what NSS is? NSS. What is the full form of it? National Service Scheme. Rashtriya Seva Yojana. This scheme was launched in the year 1969. A central sector scheme which belongs to Government of India. It provides opportunity to the student youth to deliver community services. Have you all seen NSS logo? Yes, it's there on the slide, right? Can you tell me what this logo represents? Yes? Can you see that symbol inside it? That symbol is based on Rath. It portrays wheel of the Konark Sun Temple, which is based in Odisha. The navy blue color of this logo indicates the cosmos, of which NSS is the tiny part which is always ready to serve the society, serve the mankind. And the red color which you can see, right, that red color represents blood. It signifies that NSS volunteers are full of blood. They are always ready to work for the people, work for the society. Therefore, this logo signifies that the giant wheel of the Sun Temple is the cycle of creation, preservation, and release. And it signifies the movement in life across the time and space. On this note, I request our NSS program officer, Mr. Navu Varak, to escort the dignitaries to the dais. I also request all the dignitaries to kindly light the lamp first and then occupy their seats on the dais. Dear students, the basic objective of NSS are to understand the community in which we work, to understand ourselves. NSS volunteers should understand themselves in relation to the community, to identify the needs and problems of the community, and to involve themselves in solving those problems, to acquire leadership qualities, and to develop a democratic attitude. Dear students, the lamp is already lit. Let this lamp act as a real dispeller of the darkness within us, and let us illuminate the NSS spirit among us. I now request our principal ma'am, Professor Purnakala Samant, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Vidisha, our guest for today's inaugural function, Dr. Sudakshana Vidnekar, NSS Chief PO from GM's College, Honda. In charge, I can say, of Chief PO, in charge Chief PO, Mr. Navavarak, Ms. Anita Raikar, Namrata, Vishal, Vishnu, Ms. Monerikar. These are all my NSS POs and you all my NSS volunteers. Today, for this academic year 22-23, this is the inaugural function that we are doing it. And this inaugural function come orientation. And you will be oriented how to do NSS work, how to focus for the activities for society under extension and guided by our chief guest of today's event, Dr. Sulakshana. I think we have got more than 500 students or 530 students enrolled for NSS this year. But I think it should be crossing 530. So we have really a huge number of NSS volunteers. And just before the start of program, I was telling now that it is a concern of issue for me that NSS students, we have to call them every time. We give our, you come. We give our, we come. One day we may have to come to the college, we'll give our. And I was telling how we were when we were NSS student, how we were when we were NSS PO. How much energy was within us to do the cleanliness of our classroom first. Now everything we have got housekeeping. So kachra is there in classroom, nobody bothers. We have at many numbers of NSS students there. Their mind, we say, Swachhata Abhiyan, Swachhata Week, Sapata Pakoda, and this and that and that and that. One fine day we go around the this is Marsala area, photo katta, 15 August tak photo katta, jali activity. But are we really changed from ourselves? Are that reflects in our thinking? Our thinking should change. It is just not for us. That's what I want to give the message. Whatever you are here, your thinking should change. Your mind should change. Supposing if you see any accident, you should run for that, irrespective if your brother, sister, or what. But I see that every it's accident and people just move away. Nobody sees that somebody requires water, at least you be there. People are getting scared, they will be involved in that, police complaint will come, this and that and that and that and that. We used to really strive for getting volunteers during Corona period. And we have Anita Raikar, who is not at all an NSS program officer, perhaps. She went to the house and delivered the food packages. She is Anita Raikar. That you have to take lessons from our faculties. Now that is there. That is the etiquette. That is in their blood. I should help, whether I am NSS or not. And you are under the band of NSS. Then your responsibility is tenfold high. I want that you should be disciplined. Forget about you are taking the kachra or not. Respect the elders. Respect teachers. Please respect teachers. Respect whomsoever you are finding above your age. Please, if NSS gives you this message from my institution, I will be very, very happy lady sitting on the chair as a principal. Okay? And respect and be together. Never fight for anything because you all are not in competitive world here for cleanliness purpose, for disabled that die. I don't want that. But respect your friends, respect your parents, respect your teachers. Automatically, you will get respect back. You don't have to ask, give me respect. Respect is such a thing that gives you affection, love, and care and concern. No sooner Nahu Wara can join just 1 month back, he is in my neck. I just read, I don't know who is Nahu. Till then, he had joined 1st of August, isn't it? But the nature that he came approached me, and the next day he was said me, I thought he should be the best person in NSS. Immediately, I told Mithila, just put Nahu in this. Now Mithila is not well, not keeping well with the chief PO officer. He took the thought, Madam, you have to do Inaugural. I said, yes, go ahead. And these are the young people, Vidisha, that are saying, we will do for cleaning on 15th August. I was so, they have said, see, my staff is, our faculties are so good, well developed, well disciplined with moral, which is required for guiding these young students here. Now it is your job to pick up. As she said, light has been lightened there. Now the spreading has to be, you have to do it. Class to class. Okay, first year, second year, then outside, then outside. But first, NSS said, I think first I then you, or first you and then me, first we, then ours. Go with this message. Okay, I wish this today's session very helpful orientation from Dr. Sulakshana. Of course, she's going to tell you tips and tricks the how you have to be well behaved for yourself and for the society and India as a large. Okay, and that also demands lot of activities from NSS. A whole lot of activities. We are getting an ample of opportunities under extension services in criteria 7, criteria 5, as well as criteria 3. So just do focus on that, and you are the best volunteers. You will be given training. You will be sent somewhere at any time. Call comes, send NSS students, and I just send. बस गुरु माता अभ्याम okay, and our NSS to use them. Then we 2 years we miss special camp. Perhaps we will have special camp this year also. I hope. And we have Nahu and this young ladies here sitting. I am definitely sure that we will have very good and NSS want that 75% students to be taken for camp, special camp. Let us see how it goes. With God's grace, if Corona subsides and everything goes well, good health comes, at least 50% at least we may try, not 75%, because accommodation is also a matter of concern there. Okay, then transport and other things, but accommodation takes a lot of troublesome to NSSPO officers here. Okay, I wish you very happy healthy year here and very sensible work from you all for your classes. Do enjoy. You will get 60 hours automatically. Don't worry. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your words are always, it is like ignition for us. They ignite some kind of spirit in us, not only in faculties but even students. Now, moving ahead, I request Swara and group to present the NSS anthem. Thank you, Swara and group, for presenting such a melodious NSS anthem. Students, this program is live streamed on YouTube. Okay, moving ahead, NSS is a medium through which students connect with the community, with the people. It is a medium through which an NSS volunteer can actually bring out his hidden leadership and volunteering skills. Dear students, this inaugural function is just a start button for the NSS journey of Government College Khandora. This gathering is just a formal moment for us to celebrate the various NSS activities which Government College Khandora is looking forward to. And to cherish this moment, today we have amidst us a vibrant NSS program officer Dr. Sulakshana Vernekar as our chief guest. So I now call upon Ms. Namrata to introduce our chief guest.
Respected speaker, principal, in charge, SSPO, my colleagues, and dear volunteers. I welcome you all for the inaugural function and orientation program for the NSS 22-23 Thal College. It is indeed my pleasure to introduce the resource person for the day, Dr. Sulakshana Vedekar, currently working as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science at GGPR College of Commerce and Economics, Mamamli, Kondago. To begin with her academic background, ma'am has obtained her graduation degree BSc in Physics and post-graduation MSc in Electronics from Goa University with first rank, and she has obtained her PhD in Electronics from Goa University as well. Her areas of specialization are computer applications, agroelectronics, and instrumentation. She has 17 research publications in various journals to her credit and many more to do. She has a teaching experience of 26 years at UG level along with 11 years at PG level. She has been Chief NSS Program Officer from 2006 to 2012 and from 2015 to till date. She has completed and handled various projects of NSS such as paper bags project wherein their NSS unit made and distributed around 1 lakh paper bags in Kunda market to various vendors. She subsequently started the cloth bags project in which the NSS volunteers under her guidance stitched and distributed cloth bags to the people in Kunda market. During the first wave of COVID-19, under her guidance, the NSS volunteers staged masks and distributed them to police station, Kunda ID Hospital, and Kunda Municipal Council. It is indeed an honor to have such an eminent personality amongst us and to listen to her. We welcome you, ma'am. Over to you.
It also gives me immense pleasure to tell you all that today's chief guest, I know her personally. I have worked with her and I have seen how she works as an NSS officer. She is one of the dedicated NSS officer because I have seen whatever the cloth bags and other projects. I think Mem has only given few of the projects here, but I have seen how she motivates the students to take part in NSS activity, to serve the society, how she has a convincing power. Even on Sundays, holidays, students are there with her. She has taken a lot of efforts to train those students to stitch those paper bags, cloth bags, not only because college has told her, but personally she gets involved with the students and students work with her for the society. So that spirit even we should have as NSS program officers and also you should have as NSS volunteers. So now I request Madam to uh, share her experiences with all of us.
A very good afternoon to all. Respected dignitaries, principal ma'am, uh, NSSPOs, and all NSS volunteers. I hope you are on full stomach over here because with an empty stomach, nothing will go in your heads. You all had your food? No? Okay,
Okay, maybe you'll be getting some refreshments after this. Okay, so I won't take much of your time. I would just like to share some of my experiences with you as a NSS program officer that I have undertaken in our college. Okay, so I started in 2006. Now, how the main objectives of NSS, as ma'am has already informed you about, it is to build your personality. Okay, you can develop your personality by interacting with the various sections of the society. Through NSS, you get a chance to interact with the various sections of the society. You know what are the difficulties people outside your own world are facing, how they are tackling with it, and in turn, you can learn from their experiences and start building your own personality. So, in today's world, you must be all aware that it is not enough just to have good academic records. Do you all know about this? Is it enough that you are very good in academics? No. You should be having an overall good performance in all other extracurricular activities along with your academics. Now, when you say your overall personality development, what does it mean? What is the first thing a human being should have? They should be very empathetic towards their fellow beings. Okay, so that means if something is happening to some other person, you should also feel that something is wrong with that person, and you should be able to ready to help that person. Okay, so that kind of feeling you should have in your mind. There is lot of competition in this world, but that doesn't mean that you should think about yourself only. Okay, because when you think about others, you also grow as a person. So NSS gives you the chance to grow as a person. So it doesn't just make you or give you the hours for doing a particular work, but it also helps you to realize how a small help from you can make life better for somebody else. Okay, so that with that intention, the NSS was first started. So as ma'am has told you that it was launched, this scheme was launched in 1969, and it had just 37 universities at that point of time. Today we have around 3.5 crores students enrolled in NSS, and it is covering around almost 300 universities across India. So now I was told to inform you like what are the activities that you all can undertake, what are the benefits of taking up NSS. Okay, what are the this you can get some awards also through NSS. So all these things are there. So for being a good NSS volunteer, you have to be there whenever there is a need. Without even asking, you should come forward and volunteer yourself. So that is why you all are called as NSS volunteers. So that you should volunteer. Nothing should be made compulsory. Many of the students nowadays they come just for the marks. Earlier, what used to happen was there was grace marks given, so students used to get those grace marks for passing subjects. But now the grace marks are not there, so they find it this is one option of getting those extra marks for passing. So if you have just come for the marks, then I think you should opt out of NSS. Okay, because marks are just an incentive that is given to you for doing that work. So don't just for the sake of marks, don't enroll yourselves in NSS. Now, what are the types of projects that can be undertaken under NSSR? You can do a lot of community work. Like I think your college must have already adopted some village. So under this adoption of village, what you can do in that village is you can Right now, like everybody is carrying a smartphone with them. Many of the elderly people don't know how to use them. So there are now various government services that are available on the net, which can be accessed through the smartphones. Then online payments, which can make the lives of senior citizens easier. So you can have a project on spreading of digital literacy among these people. Okay, so you can either adopt a village, spread this digital literacy among them, or you can, as volunteers, you can form your own groups who are like-minded, go to these people and educate them on how to use the smartphones in all these services, accessing these services. Okay, so that is one thing you can do. Then, apart from this, another important and which will give you immense satisfaction is visiting old age homes. Who are there in old age homes? Who are there? All elderly people. Okay, old people, especially like whose children have settled abroad. Those who don't want their parents to be with them. So such kind of people are there in old age homes. And this elderly people, what they want is just someone to talk to. Okay, they don't want you to come and do their work. They just want someone whom they can speak to. They can share their experiences. You can share your experiences with them, so they can remain up to date to what is happening among the youth of today. So this kind of talking they like. So you can form a group of like-minded people who like to interact with old people. You can go visit the old age homes, sit and talk with these people, and it will give you immense happiness. Okay, not only it will give you happiness through their experiences, you will also learn a lot about life. Okay, as a student, like you are very protected at home you are protected by your parents, in the college you are protected by your teachers, but when you move out of this student life you will know what exactly the world is. Okay, so all these experiences in your student life that you gain, maybe through NSS or some other activities, it will help you to face the difficulties that will come along your way when you are growing as an individual. Okay, so these are the various benefits. There are a lot of benefits of enrolling in NSS, but these benefits you can avail of only if you are willing to work for it. Okay, it is not just coming, uh, just showing your program officers that you are doing something like that. Like that type of students are also there. So I have experience of all these things. There will be few students who will really do the work. Others are just there. They will, if the teacher comes, they will show that they are doing the work. Or if there is a photo clicked, they will be posing for the photographs. So such kind of students are also there. Okay. So if you really want to grow as an individual to become a good person, what is missing in today's world is good human beings. People have become very self-centered. Okay, they keep on thinking about themselves, how they will grow as a person by pushing others down. So this self-centeredness is hampering the growth of our nation. Okay, so when as an individual, when you grow, when you think of your family, when you think about your neighbors, when you think about your society, in turn you are what you are doing is you are thinking about your nation. So this is the way how you are helping in building up of the nation. So as citizens of our country, we should always be contributing in some form, uh, contribution towards the growth of our nation. Okay, you may not be able to do big things, but small things can help the nation to grow. Okay. Uh, okay, about the projects that I had undertaken or we had undertaken in our college, one was the paperbacks project. Okay, in which our volunteers made around 1 lakh paper bags in the first year when the project was initiated. Okay, so during that particular year, our volunteers made around 1 lakh paper bags, and these paper bags we distributed in the full Ponda market. And it was very well appreciated by all the vendors. They gave us suggestions on how to improve the quality of the paper bags, what sizes they would require. So all such kind of suggestions was feedback was given to us by the business people from Ponda, and from that, like, we went on in the next year in the for the cloth bags project. Now, for making the paper bags as well as for stitching of the cloth bags, the students were given the training. The workshops were conducted, the students were trained to stitch, and that is how, after their lecture hours, they used to sit and stitch the cloth bags. Now, for this, when we came up with this project, the members of the society also came forward. Some of the prominent businessmen from Ponda, they uh, donated to us 6 sewing machines. Okay, so we got 6 sewing machines by this people from Ponda, plus old clothes, because this cloth bags were stitched from old clothes, preferably saris. So these were also donated to us by the people from the society. Then we also, a washing machine was also donated to us, because since the bags were stitched from old clothes, we were not directly giving it to them to the people. We used to wash, clean it, means with Dettol, surf, and all those things, dry them, iron them, and then they were distributed among the people. So washing machine was also uh, donated to us. Then during the COVID-19 first wave, after that lockdown, when it was lifted, not fully lifted, uh, my principal suggested that we should make some cloth mask and distribute it to the people, because that time there were not many masks available in the market, and people were falling short of masks. So he suggested. So I was in a very this, like, how I will get the students to do this, because it was a very risky thing. Parents were not ready to send their children out of their homes because of the fear of COVID-19. So I didn't know how to get the students, but somehow, like, I managed to contact some of our NSS volunteers, and around 15 of our NSS volunteers, they came on their own. They volunteered and they said that they are ready to come and do it. So they came along with. I was also there. Principal was also there. So along with them, like, we sat and stitched the masks. So our volunteers at that point of time stitched nearly 3,000 masks, and these were again distributed to Ponda police station, then ID hospital, then municipality, those workers who collect the garbage and all for them. So these projects were successfully done, and this paper bags, cloth bags is an ongoing project, but because of the COVID-19, there was a break. Okay, so you all know that almost for 3 years nothing was happening. So there was a gap of 3 years. So now from this year we are starting it all over again. So this is about the projects that we have undertaken in our college. I've just noted down some points. So I'll just okay. As NSS volunteers, apart from your college activities, what else you can do? You can participate in national integration camps. Okay, so various colleges across India, they have organized this national integration camps, and there is a selection done by the Goa University. The NSS cell of Goa University selects the volunteers, and a team of around 10 volunteers from different colleges of Goa is sent to that particular place. Now, what do you gain over there? If you go there, what do you gain? So you get an experience of meeting new people, okay, with new ideas. You also come to know what are the different type of activities they are doing, then what is their cultural background. So all this kind of information or knowledge you get when you attend such camps, and it also helps in building up your the feeling of patriotism in you. Okay, so you know that you belong to India, but that patriotism is not that much visible. But when you attend such camps, it gives you a chance to bring out that patriotism in you. Then you can also participate in NSS Republic Day Parade. Again, here there is a selection done. Okay, so this selection, for this selection, what they do is they generally take a test run. Means you have to run for around 1.5 kilometers in certain time. So if you finish that run in that time, you first level of your selection is done. Then they check your participation in cultural activities. So if you have participated in certain cultural activities during your school time or in your higher secondary or even in the college, then you have more weightage of getting selected. Then also for Republic Day parade, they ask you to do the marching because that is important. So selection is done based on that. So once you are selected, you are sent for a training, pre-RD training it is called, and then again over there the final selection is done. So if you get selected in the pre-RD, then you get a chance to represent the state in the Republic Day parade. Okay, so these are the, apart from the college activities, these are the things that you can participate in. Then, by checking your records as an SS volunteer, your name can be suggested for the national award. So, for NSS, there is a national award kept for the volunteers as well as the program officers. Okay, so they check what are the activities that you have done, how like your activities have impacted the society, that is looked into, and based on that you are selected for that award. Okay, so these are the things that you can get by being NSS volunteer. So don't be there in NSS just for the 10 marks, but be there to make a change in the society. Your small contribution can bring about a huge change in the society. So to end my talk, I would just like to quote our former President APJ Abdul Kalam. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality and happiness of every citizen is important for the overall prosperity, peace and happiness of the nation. So by being a NSS volunteer, by interacting with people, by doing some sort of community service, you can get some inner peace and happiness, which in turn will help in the growth of the nation. Thank you and all the very best for your future activities. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for sharing your experiences with our students and guiding them as to how they can build their personality by being a NSS volunteer. What benefits, what 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 gains will be there for them when they are the part of NSS team. So now I would request our principal madam to present a memento to our chief guest. Thank you, ma'am. We are now moving towards the end of this inaugural function. So I request my colleague Manisha to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Chief Guest, Principal Madam, dignitaries on the days, Miss Anita Raikar Madam, who has specially come for our function, my NSS POs who all are present here, and all the NSS volunteers. It is a great pleasure and privilege here to end this function with this vote of thanks. So, my most sincere gratitude and vote of thanks to our chief guest who accepted our invitation and was willing enough to come here, spare her valuable time, and guide us on this most important thing like how to be a great NSS volunteers. What projects we can do and how we can explore this opportunity which we have. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. My thanks or my sincere deep sense of gratitude to our principal madam for allowing us and encouraging us for going ahead with this inaugural function and also for giving all the necessary guidance to go ahead with any program that we want to undertake. Again, I would like to thank all our vice principals, that is Dr. Pravina Kelkar, Vice Principal Admin, Dr. Asha Gehlot, Vice Principal Academics, and Dr. S.V. Suptankar, Vice Principal PG, for providing all the constant support and the guidance which we have. Also, we are thankful to Ms. Mithila Bhatt, who is the Chief Program Officer of NSS. Although she is being not present here due to her health issue, but she is always available over the phone if we want to ask her something. We text her or we call her. She always replies and always be there with us for any issues that we are facing. I would also like to thank Mr. Noor Warak, who is in charge and who has taken all the initiative for this inaugural function to make it successful on such a short notice and with such a great presence which is there and enthusiasm which we have and so many NSS volunteers who have turned up. My sincere sense of gratitude to all my NSS POs who have worked together in small or big or major way contributed to make this program the way it is. And finally, all the NSS volunteers who are present today, who may be watching this program live on the YouTube channel which we have, for being there for this program and marking your presence and making it a great success which we visit. I would also like to thank Aditi for helping us out with going live on YouTube with this program which we have. Yes, so that is all, and I now would request all of you all to rise for the national anthem, and on that note, we will end this program. Yes, and also I would like to wish you all a very happy vacation, which we are starting actually on Tuesday. Okay, a small request to all the NSS volunteers and the POs to just gather near the steps for one photograph.